Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warvis. We're here at Altus Intermediate School, which houses our 5th and 6th graders, and we're going to talk about a not new program, but an exciting program that they have here. And Mrs. Waldrop, she is the librarian, and she is also the sponsor of this program, and it's called Extended Studies. Mm-hmm. And tell us about Extended Studies.
Okay, well, Extended Studies is probably more popularly known as the Gifted and Talented program. And we take what the kids are learning in the regular classroom and extend that to kind of balance their academics a little bit further.
And it's offered to 5th and 6th graders?
Yes.
Okay. And you recently just started a new project, and tell us about it.
Okay.
What they started in the regular classroom and how it evolved into what we're going to look at today.
Okay. Well, we do a guided inquiry is how our program is set up, and what that does is takes a unit that the students are learning in the regular class and extends it so that instead of just learning the material, testing on it, moving on, at that point after they've tested on it, if they have further questions or something that was confusing that they didn't understand, they have the time to extend their knowledge on that and do some self-study, some independent academic research on it. And what they have created today is kind of their end product of the knowledge that they learned on a poetry unit.
Poetry unit, regular class. So is this class offered throughout the school day? Is it before school, after school? How does the program work? That's the bolts of it.
Yeah, we work around each student's schedule. So I actually see students 3 times a week based around their core classes. And so I pull them various times throughout the day on different days so that they're not missing the same class. And I get to see each student twice a week for an hour.
And so when you choose what you're going to talk about, like you chose poetry, but then they all choose whatever part of that poetry unit that they wanted to extend.
Yes.
Okay. And about how long does each, class last as far as, like you chose poetry, about how long does that last, and then how do they decide what they're going to do next?
Well, the way our program here is set up is we spend 9 weeks on a specific class. So like we spent 9 weeks on literature. We're doing some other stuff in addition to that, but we spent about 9 weeks where they could just kind of, a couple hours a week, they get to come in and do their independent research. I guide them, that's why it's called guided inquiry, and they just kind of go from there. They kind of pick what's interesting to them and go from there with it.
Hi, I am Faith Oliver, and I am in 6th grade. Today I am showing you this poetry immersion. It shows the 5 different senses that the poets are inspired by. You'll be able to touch plants and feel all the rocks and wood pieces and pebbles that we have here, the sand. Then we have sight. You get to see all the plants like you would in nature. And then you have hearing, and we have this little speaker back here, and that produces that's supposed to produce sounds from nature, like birds chirping and waterfall sounds and all that stuff. And then we have this diffuser to blow out this nature smell, so you can smell. And then well, there's not really taste unless you want to lick the plants, but I don't suggest doing that. So that's my station.
Hi, I'm Kaden Light, and this is about how songs are poetry too. So we know that poetry is supposed to be heard, not read. That's basically the same with songs. If you add music to poetry, it's a song. If you take the music away, it's back to poetry.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Ringer, and the station that I got to do was the evolution of poetry, and we have an interactive where you can try calligraphy with calligraphy pens, and then we have a piece of information about calligraphy, and then we have a typewriter, and we have a piece of information about the typewriter, manual typewriter, and then this is an electric typewriter with a piece of information as well, and then a laptop, and that's my station.
Hi, I'm Devlin Gonzalez. I'm in 5th grade. So this poetry station is about why we see poetry in the way that we do. For this, we took nursery rhymes and looked at the figurative language in it. to see why we see what we do whenever we read these. We have good examples like Mary Had a Little Lamb and Humpty Dumpty. For an activity, we have a symbolism sheet that has a poem and then some questions about symbolism.
My name is Tambry Smith. I'm in 6th grade. So this is my station. This year we've learned a lot about poetry. My station involves the evolution of written poetry in lions. I have a few lion poems examples and normal poetry examples. We have a few interactives, which is this lion coloring page with a poem, and we have this 3D printed lion. That's my station.
Hi, my name is Elle Freeman. I'm in 6th grade. My station was Native American poetry. To learn about Native American poetry, I studied many well-known Native American poets. I have some listed right here. And I also gathered, for my interactive, I gathered several of famous Native American poems and several poems written by Native American authors and poets that I just really enjoyed. And you can come look through it. There's lots of pictures and poems in this book. This is my favorite. It's written by Richard Coleman Adams, and it's called The Clans. And that's my station.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Natalik, and today I will be talking about Black poetry. It's basically where you grab a page from a book or a newsletter, and you grab the words that are interesting, and you black out the rest. And for example, this is warmth, comfort, fears, and we also have some examples here, where this is a book that the school has published about a year ago, and we have demonstrations of kids that have done it, and we wrote it in the book.
Hello, my name is Lily Gilmore, and this is the Battle of the Brains, where you get to vote on which gender a poet you like best. This is the woman side, and this is the men's side. To vote, all you have to do is take one of these pieces of paper and put it in the box.
Hi, I'm Johnny Lopez, and my station is about Edgar Allan Poe. I have a few examples of his poems and a video showing a clip from The Simpsons where they recite the Raven, and in a book showing some of his works, and a 3D printed statue that has a drawing under it and a bit of his poem.
My name is Brinley Solis, and my station is about a American and European timeline, and it states when the European and American poets were born and they died, and it has dates when big things in the world happened, like the Constitution ratified in 1788, and that is my station.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Huckabee. I'm in 6th grade, and this is my station about inspiration. It's more based around how butterflies and poetry are similar to each other. So it's not based around a certain person or group of people. There's a few poems that symbolize my piece. And probably writing the poem. I wrote this one with the help of one of my classmates, Chelsea.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Wednesday with Orbis here at Altus Intermediate School. The kids have really worked really hard. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your week. I know Christmas is coming fast. It's a crazy time. I wish you the very best. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.